They say if you stand in the ruins of Ravenshore Abbey at midnight, you will hear bells ringing from a tower that no longer exists. Bells that vanished 600 years ago. And the monks who rang them? They were never found. On the cold northeastern coast of Yorkshire, high above the crashing waves and endless fog, sits the broken skeleton of Ravenshore Abbey, a place the church no longer claims, historians no longer discuss, and locals refuse to enter after sunset. Today, it's only ruins, but 600 years ago, it was one of England's strictest monasteries. 32 monks lived within its stone walls. They prayed 7 times a day, they harvested their own food, and every sunrise, the abbey's massive iron bell rang across the cliffs. But then, in the winter of 1423, everything changed. According to surviving church documents, strange events started in late December. Weather was normal, calm, cold, expected for winter, but every night the bell rang one extra time beyond the traditional prayer count. One monk, Brother Amen, wrote, "We have checked the tower rope a dozen times. No one touched it. Yet the bell rings as is called by an unseen hand." At first, the monks believed it was a sign from God, but then animals began behaving strangely. Crows refused to land on the abbey roof. Sheep from nearby villages ran in circles at night. Fishermen claimed the waves near the cliffs hummed like metal. And inside the abbey walls, the monks began hearing low vibrations beneath the stone floors, like something huge moving underground. Father Aldred, the head of the abbey, recorded in his journal, "If the bells ring 13 times, it will mean danger. It will mean something has woken beneath us." No one knows how he knew that. On January 12, 1423, a violent winter storm hit the Yorkshire coast. Winds howled, lightning struck the cliffs. Villagers stayed inside, and at exactly midnight, the bell rang. Not once, not 5 times, but 13 times. The forbidden number. Every villager who heard it described the same thing. The sound didn't come from the air, it came from inside the earth. The next morning, several villagers climbed the cliff path to check on the monastery. What they found became one of England's oldest recorded mass disappearances. The wooden tables still had hot meals on them, candles were still burning, doors were unlocked, clothes were neatly folded. But all 32 monks were gone. Not dead, not hiding, simply missing. There was no blood, no signs of struggle, no footprints in the snow leading away. Only silence. And one more thing, something no investigator could explain. The bell tower was intact, but the huge iron bells, weighing over 600 kilograms each, were missing. They hadn't fallen, they hadn't been cut. The iron ropes still hung from the ceiling. It was as if the bells had melted out of reality. King Henry V ordered soldiers to investigate. They searched every room, every tunnel, every corner of the coastline. Nothing. But deep inside the abbey, behind a loose stone wall, they found something strange. A narrow tunnel leading underground. Inside were claw-like scratch marks, long, deep, desperate. And at the end of the tunnel, carved into the stone, was an ancient symbol used only in exorcisms. Below it, in Latin, "We tried to seal it, but it rang again." The tunnels were sealed immediately. The church erased all records of the discovery. Official report: the disappearance is beyond earthly explanation. Centuries passed. The abbey collapsed. The world moved on. But the bells didn't stay quiet. In 1891,
British railway workers restoring a track near the cliffs reported hearing distant bells echoing beneath their feet. When questioned, one worker said, "It was as if the ground itself was ringing." Archaeologists were called. They detected unusual vibrations under the cliff, rhythmic, metallic, matching the exact sound pattern of a medieval iron bell. But when they tried to dig, the ground collapsed, killing 2 workers. The excavation was immediately abandoned. The last official investigation happened in 1974 using modern seismic tools. At midnight, their sensors recorded something terrifying: a resonant vibration beneath Ravenshore Abbey, exactly matching the mass of a 600-kilogram iron bell. The same mass as the bells that vanished 600 years ago? The report concluded, object detected, exact location unknown, movement intermittent. That was the last time anyone tried to study the abbey. Locals say the bells still ring during storms. Hikers claim they hear metal humming under their feet. Some say the monks didn't disappear. They were taken downward into something beneath the cliffs. And whatever it is, it has been ringing ever since. If you stand there at midnight, you'll hear what hundreds before you heard. Not a normal bell, not metal. A hollow, deep sound, like something ancient calling from under the earth, ringing for those who never escaped.